if you just set the goal to go after your dream, like the thing that you want to do the most, I think it's gonna bring up everything that you need to work on in order to get there. I think no matter what your goal is, no matter what goal you set, ultimately we're all kind of pursuing the same thing. The reason that I started this YouTube channel, or like the reason why I'm doing this whole thing, is really not because I want to be an influencer or whatever, but I just want to be free and living authentically, and I'm doing it for the spiritual growth. And I've been just pursuing that in my free time, just working on myself. But I always felt like, first of all, of course, like doing like random jobs is not authentic to me. And this like inauthenticity has held me back for a very long time, also from making videos, because I felt like it's not really authentic to me either. Because a lot of, like, most days that I've been making videos since I started doing it every day, I didn't feel like it, but I just had to kind of force myself to sit down and think of something that I've learned in the past that I can share, something valuable that could help others, right, to make it worth your while. Because I never wanted to do something like useless. I always wanted to feel like there's a purpose to what I'm doing. And these kind of deeper values, these deeper feelings, this is what we're all after. We're all after the same things, right? Purpose, love, connection, freedom, and all of these things. So for me, it's not even about being a successful influencer or whatever. I deeply believe that it doesn't matter what you do or who you're with or something. I think it really just matters what's on the inside. And if you just feel a certain negative way, then even though you get a bunch of money and you have all these things, right, and you have a great relationship or great friends and all of these things, to where it seems on the surface like you're living the dream life, you could be feeling the same way that you always have, like the same negative way. And it shouldn't really be a secret, because if you think about it, for me, the best example is rock stars who've killed themselves. Like, who was it? For example, Kurt Cobain, I think, was one of them. You have to think about that, right? Like, being a rock star, the kind of person who would even become a rock star. Like, it's not any random person who's gonna become a rock star, right? A rock star, that the type of person, you really gotta want that, right? You really have to like want to be on a stage and like specifically like want to play an instrument or sing or whatever. Like, to me, like I'm not interested in that at all. And I think it's amazing, of course, that I'm not saying like that it's I'm not trying to say anything like that it's bad or something, not at all. I think it's quite amazing. But I don't think I would take any pleasure in that. But the point is, that type of person, you have to imagine, right? A rock star, they will get all the affection from women, they'll have all the money, and they will make all that money doing what they love, right? Like, what else could you possibly want? They must have had everything on paper, right? On paper, they would have everything, but then they kill themselves, because I believe the reason why is because all of these successes, they just kind of amplify what's on the inside. So if on the inside you still, like, you never worked on all of these things and you're just really miserable, then I can really imagine that all the attention that you're getting is it's just gonna get really loud, right? The world is gonna just kind of suffocate you. Don't get me wrong, I do want to be an influencer, obviously, right? But I don't really think that it's gonna make me happy. I can really see the possibility that I would be very successful doing this, but then on the inside I would still just be like feeling all the pressure to perform and feeling like it's not okay to let my guard down and to just be who I am. And so that's really my biggest goal with this, to live authentically so that it can support my inner journey. Because personally, that's what it's all about for me. I just want to get to the highest level of like self-realization and inner peace. And I feel like it's hard for me to let my guard down when I'm making these videos, but I feel like that's probably what's gonna be required for me. Oh, there's a spider. Look at that. It's quite creepy. It's like for somebody else it's gonna be like a horror movie, right? They're like, oh my god, a spider. I mean, that was me too. Oh shit. Yeah, anyway, gotta take care of this. It's actually just like in the movie where like the person will just suddenly see like the monster or whatever in the reflection of the mirror or in the camera, and it'll be like turning around, oh my god. Yeah, anyway, I don't exactly know what it is, but I guess I'm just trying to live as authentically as I can. And obviously I need to support myself some way or another, and I think this could be good, but I'm still not sure. And yeah, point of this video is that what I'm learning from this is that this is bringing up everything that I need to work on when it comes to this kind of in this direction, like of expressing myself and letting myself be seen. Actually, no, for me it's more like it's bringing up my kind of insecurities, where I'm thinking like this is not good enough, and like what is the point of doing this, and so on and so forth. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm just doing this out of desperation. I don't really care. It's just that I don't really see how my life is supposed to keep going. Like, I don't see myself being stuck in some like 9-to-5 job and just living a very normal life. And simultaneously, I feel like having all this big success, like whatever, being rich or famous or anything, like I don't care to be famous. First of all, I don't want to be famous, actually. It's just, for me it's more like this is a necessary evil because I don't see what else am I gonna do. But yeah, I feel like being rich or having a lot of money is probably also not the solution, but damn it, I have to do something, right? So now I'm at the point where I finally decided, okay, you know what, I guess I gotta commit now. And so I'm doing this. And what I'm thinking now is that, I mean, it's not like I wouldn't like it if I was successful with this. Of course I would like it, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. And it would be quite amazing, actually. I might be happier than I think. In fact, I think that it might be like a kind of, I might be like protecting myself. I've considered this before, like a long time ago, many times. Like maybe I'm just downplaying my desire for this, so that when I get disappointed for not being successful with this, then it wouldn't hurt so much, or that I would have an excuse not to even try. And since there is this big part of me that keeps wanting to do this, like it's like very 50-50 for me, but there's nothing else in my life which is 50-50 like this either. Like there's nothing I can really, that I can think of doing. And I'm thinking, if I do this, then I can do anything and make a video about it, right? I can, like, no matter what I do, there's always something I will learn, and so I can always make some video about it and share it with people. So to me, that felt like freedom. And freedom is the thing that I really wanted always. I really just always wanted to be very free. But more importantly than that, I think, is to just have to just know yourself and just be content. The thing is that whatever the case, I don't really know what I'm doing, right? I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know if I really care about this. Like I said, it's 50-50. And to me, what really matters is this self-realization. And I think that's what really matters to everybody, because it is how you feel on the inside and not what you have on the outside. And that's why you have these rock stars, like I said, who will kill themselves even though they have everything. But on the inside, they didn't feel like that at all, obviously. Otherwise, they would have been happy. And I guess I'm just trying to find this happiness and fulfillment, and trying to find the safety. Like, to be honest, I have like existential fears. Like I'm like worried, like what's gonna happen to my soul after I die, and that type of shit. like, or do I even exist as a soul? Like, to be honest, I don't even think so. Like, I'm not convinced that I'm real, to be honest. If you ever heard about the split brain surgeries, where they used to treat a type of epilepsy by just cutting the two halves of the brain. I mean, they cut like the middle part of the brain where it connects both halves of the brain, and that treated the epilepsy. But then they also noticed that it seemed now like there's two people living in the same body suddenly. And with everything that people in spiritual circles are saying, yeah, I don't think that we exist as separate entities. I really don't think so at this point. So I'm trying to find out about that. That's what interests me the most. And really, me having started this whole channel was about that. Like, I just want to find my happiness, my fulfillment, my sense of safety, belonging, purpose. And the main thing is that if I can earn money doing this and travel around freely, then I could go to different places in the world where I could do like things like the Bufo ceremony, like trying the Bufo toxin, or trying like a ayahuasca ceremony or something like that. These kind of spiritual experiences, which I was not really able to afford having until now. I'm hoping that I can go and do those things. That's really what I'm trying to get out of this, ultimately. But even though my goals might seem different to like the usual, where people will be kind of chasing the external things, I think it's really all the same. I think at the end, we're all just pursuing ourselves in this kind of weird and twisted way, where we are chasing all of these things outside of ourselves, but ultimately we're just kind of trying to find our way back to ourselves, and yeah, just feel good and safe, and like we're doing the right thing and all of these things, right? Yeah, this has been a tough one. I'm definitely gonna have to make a lot more cuts here, because it was very hard for me to at all formulate what I'm even thinking, really pointing out my hypocrisy regarding the topic, because I'm saying you shouldn't chase things outside of yourself, because you ultimately, it ultimately doesn't matter what you have. It's just how you feel on the inside and stuff. And I do believe that you're also going to attract things that are really, really meant for you when you're more just being yourself, and you just feel good and like unconditionally happy. I think we should all try to live from that place, rather than just chasing things on the outside all the time, trying to get something. Because what we're trying to get is we're trying to just be ourselves and be free and be happy. It's not easy just living as yourself, especially if you're trying to do this kind of thing and trying to be consistent with it, while at the same time staying authentic, right? It's very easy to just compromise on authenticity and just pretend like everything is dandy, and just keep going, and yeah, all this stuff, because obviously everybody is just respecting successful people, like materially successful people. So the temptation is big to just pretend like you've got it all figured out, and yeah, just try to attract what you want from there, right? Like one way or another, like making some video on YouTube, that's just one way, but we're all doing it in different ways. We pretend not to have insecurities so that we can attract the type of partner that we want. Like we think we could fake it, but I don't know. Maybe that doesn't work. But yeah, I'm actually proud of myself for making this video, because this is more authentic than what I've been making until now. It's not like the things I've talked about in my previous videos are fake or anything. They're not at all. They're genuine things that I've learned. But yeah, there's just this pressure to act more like I have it all figured out than I do, because obviously like the respect from people is kind of a big thing when you're trying to build some audience or whatever. yeah. Okay, so anyway, I guess that's it. Yeah, I think trying to take myself less seriously, and that should be my goal probably with this. Cause yeah, I don't know. I guess my problem is also like it's so hard for me to let go of control and just be myself, and especially here because it's like, yeah, why would anybody watch these videos if they cannot look up to me as somebody who's got it all figured out, right? Then what's the point of making videos? But that's such an absolute way of thinking about it, which is just not very helpful. And I do believe that everybody has something to share that can help others, right? Even though we're all struggling to figure things out, we can all learn from each other. And so I'm just gonna upload this as a way to humble myself and hopefully get over like this kind of tendency for me to like I don't think I'm pretending. Like I'm not gonna say I'm pretending to have it all figured out. I'm not at all. But I really do want to be authentic and just let people know that, hey, you know, I'm just another guy. Like I don't want to be a guru. I just want to feel free and confident to share what I learned, with the confidence that it's gonna help somebody, that there's a point in me making these videos, that there's a purpose. You know, that's how I want to feel. Simply that. So yeah, I guess that's what I'm working on now. I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing it. But yeah, that's it for today. Should I say that I'm gonna continue trying to make videos, or should I give up on it? Like I honestly don't know, that's the truth. I honestly don't know. I don't know if I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know. I'm really lost. I do want to make videos consistently because I don't see any other path for myself. So that's why I want to be consistent, because I don't see what else I should be, like, what else could I possibly be doing? I don't know what else I would be doing. This is the only thing that makes any amount of sense to me. Like anything else, I don't really see it like being good for me. But I also have to be careful not to make this into a trap for myself. That's the thing. And I guess that's the same with anything for anybody. You have to always be careful not to make a prison out of it for yourself, right? We're chasing external things, thinking that they will fix us, but then those external things become a prison for us. Yeah, you just gotta be consistent with it, no matter what, eh? That's the point. It would seem like it's not a big deal to just make a quick video, but it is quite a big deal. It's not easy to do this. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But in fact, it's not easy to consistently make a video of any sort. It's not easy to put yourself out there because it brings up all of your insecurities and everything. But anyway, I guess we will see. That's all I can really say. Take care.